We finally cracked the code on how to convert free Skool community members into high-ticket buys. And we're doing this with less objection and at a fraction of what it would typically cost with the traditional strategies. And honestly, I can't wait to show you how it works. And by the time I break this down, you'll be asking yourself, why haven't I been doing this all this time? We've been running this now for a client, and just last week alone, they did about $72,562 in just a single weekend. So pay close attention. There are 4 steps. Here's step 1. So here's what typically happens when someone tries to join a free Skool community. Skool itself gives the creator 3 options of intake questions to ask that new member. But here's what's really crazy. Some of these creators, they use these options to ask really generic questions. For example, I was scrolling through Skool the other day, and one of the questions I saw and thinking back to it was really insane. They were asking me to drop the URL link to my LinkedIn account. Why would anybody want that? But here's what you should actually be doing with those questions. You should be using it as a qualification filter the same way you would have done with your high-ticket offer. Because guess what? That's exactly what we're about to do. We want to find out who among the people who are joining your free community will eventually qualify to become a high-ticket member. And with most high-ticket offer, the most important questions people really want to know is the income bracket. How much are you making? So hence, that should be your first question. You want to know what the revenue bracket is because you want to know who really qualifies for your high-ticket offer. Once you get that, you want to find out what the email address is, the best one for you to reach out to them with, and then their phone number. And I'm going to explain why we're getting this 3 data, because it set the stage for step 2. But the important thing I want you to walk away with is this. The questions you'll be asking in that intake form should be exactly the same things, the same answers you want to find out to know if someone qualifies for your high-ticket offer or not. So that's step 1. We want to know who qualifies for your high-ticket offer or not, because it sets the stage for what? For step 2. So they fill the form, they hit the submit button, and they get approved. Guess what happens next? We'll have an AI agent on the back end that calls that lead within the first 60 seconds of joining the community. And here's what the AI agent is going to say. Really something simple. Hey, welcome to my community. Thanks for joining us, and we're really excited to have you here. Here's a couple of things that I think is going to happen. We're really sure that we can take you from an absolute beginner to become a pro, and I'm just going to pick a random niche. Let's say the AI niche. We're going to take you from an absolute beginner to a pro within less than 2 weeks. Here are a couple of modules I think you should watch. This module, the module 2, is going to show you how to build your first AI agent in less than an hour. Module 3, that one is really important. It's going to show you how to take those skills and look for your first client, right? Give you the things that you need. And by the way, look out for our emails, the ones we'll be sending you in the next couple of days, because it's going to be filled with resources, with templates, and things that would help you become better and help you grow faster. That's all step 2 is about. Having the AI agent make that first call. And here's why this is important. There's a research from Harvard Business Review and even MIT, and it states something really simple. It says if all you do in your business is call your lead within the first 60 seconds of joining your community or filling an intake form, if all you do is just call them within that first 60 seconds, you can quadruple your revenue. But if you wait more than 5 minutes, you have 80% chance of not getting a hold of them. That's how important this is. That's what step 2 is about. It's about establishing that first connection, making them feel important. Telling them they're welcome, making them feel okay, and then pointing them to where they're going to find the most valuable resources. And once we're done with step 2, we'll wait about 4 to 3 days. And this is really important. I'm going to show you exactly why this is. We're going to have a setter, and what the setter does is to follow up on the particular member. Right? So let's say after 3 to 4 days, the guy has watched, or the person has watched the video, has built an AI agent, and maybe has done 2 or 3 AI agents at this point. When the setter reaches out to the member, it's going to ask you, hey, how's it been so far? Have you been enjoying this community? Has the entire experience been amazing? What have you done? That's it. Trying to establish human connection with that member. And they will have some conversations about what he has built and whatnot. And here's what the setter would say. Hey, by the way, this AI automation you built is amazing. But guess what? There are a couple of people in this community right now that are taking just exact same thing you just built. and turned it around to build an AI agency out of it, making a lot of money in the process. If you're interested in learning something like this, we do have a program that teaches you how to do this and do this really quickly. Although it's on the paid side, if you're interested to find out exactly what it is and what it entails, then I could connect you with a representative that would walk you through exactly what it's about, what the course does, and how it could help you achieve that goal. This is it. That's the whole goal of the setter, to establish a connection between himself and the closer. And this sets the stage for step 4. Step 4 is the conversation with the closer. And all the closer would do is close. But you see, this bridge between step 3 and step 4, we typically see a 62% take rate. People who decide to book a call with the closer. Now, they get on a call with the closer, and the closer walks them through what the program is about, how great it is, and the features, the things that actually the benefit, not features, the benefit, and the things that would help them get results, the resources that is packed there, the things, and how quickly other people just like him or her, who have gotten results following through that program. That's it. Usually, we get about 35% to 40% close rate on the call with the closer. Really simple. And here's how crazy this is, just so I can bring this home. Usually the traditional method in getting high ticket sales is usually by launching a webinar or creating a VSL page where people watch a video in a landing page and they get to fill a form and then book a call with a closer. Now the close rate for this is typically around 35 to about 40% on the close rate. And when you think about this, we have typically for most YouTubers, at least the ones that we've worked with, they have a typical range of about 25 to about 50 people that join the free Skool community every single week. Now imagine this, guys, every single week, about 25 to 50 people joining the Skool community every single week, going through the first step process we've just gone through, and a percentage of those who eventually move ahead to buy the high ticket offer. This exact strategy is exactly how we helped the other creator we talked about at the beginning to make about $72,562 just by doing this. Now, I know a lot of people, they might not want to just, go through this route. Maybe it's the speed is too slow, maybe, right? But that would be crazy for you to think so. But yeah, let's just say you want to run ads instead. Maybe you don't have a big audience on YouTube and you want to use ads to facilitate this. This is something we've actually done. Here's the crazy numbers, because when we pair these side by side with traditional means, people who run ads to promote their high ticket offer, they usually do this on the back of webinars or a VSL. A VSL is a page where you have a video that sells people on booking a call with a sales team. That's a typical step. And for this step, we found that the average cost of getting a qualified lead, so not just any lead, someone who will actually book a call with the salespeople, usually you spend around $150 to about $200 on this. The people who, if you're running ads to a free Skool community, guess what the number is? It's really crazy. It's around $5 to $10. That's how low it is. Just to get people, again, this is the free people getting from ads, typically we run this on Facebook, into the Skool community. Of course, we have a percentage of them who would not qualify. But here's the thing, that information is being sent back to Facebook in order for Facebook to know who the kind of people we need in the Skool community. And of course, we want people who are qualified. This right here, if it account for qualified people, like qualified members who actually meet that criteria and books a call with the sales team, we'll find out that the average cost of people who move from free Skool community to booking a call with the closer is around $60. You see the disparity? Between $60 and $150. This right here is about 2.5 times cheaper than the traditional means. This is why we've been getting a lot of results for our clients, and they've been super happy with the kind of result. Granted, this takes an average of about 2 weeks to move from free member in Skool to getting on a call with the closers, but it works. Imagine putting a massive spend around this, or for those who don't want to spend money, just consistently driving traffic from your YouTube channel to the free Skool community. Like I said, there's an average of 25 to 50 people, of the people who've worked with in the past, right? Or YouTubers who are sending traffic from the YouTube channel to the Skool community. Usually around 25 to 50 of them that comes in every week. This is how you can go ahead and build a six-figure business on the back of something that feels like you're offering value to them. And here's the most important thing. The traditional method feels like, hey, this is a full-on sales process. But this one here, the one I just described, the members, they feel all the way through, from the minute they signed up for the free Skool community member until the point where they get sold. They feel like they're being offered immense value throughout. It doesn't feel like you want to sell them. As a matter of fact, they feel that you just want to help them, giving them free resources, telling them where to find the next help, right? Where to find the next resources that will solve the next problem. And then the things, the tools, the resources, the support that they need to actually help them achieve that goal. That is how it comes off like. So this way, you don't risk being salesy. You don't risk destroying your trust. You don't risk destroying the authority and the reputation you've built over the last 6 months, maybe a year, however long you've spent building your channel. This is why we've been pushing a lot of the creators that are under our agency to go through this path, and it's worked beautifully well for them. If you're thinking, oh, how do I actually implement this? Because here's the thing, you need to do it right. You need to have the right setter, the right closer, the right AI voice agent to go through this process so it doesn't come off really weird, right? You need to have the scripts, the DM script, the entire interaction. Your guys need to be trained well enough in order to manage the entire conversations. That's what we'll do here in our agency. We'll help you take your YouTube channel from whatever it is and build a thriving business on the back of it. If that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link in the description. It's going to take you to a place where you fill a form just so we know who you are, what you offer, and the kind of value you offer to your audience. And once you qualify, book a call with our team and we'll be happy to implement all of this strategy for you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.